Alright, Schlockmeister fans, a classic from the 80s. Requested by Marty, it's Porky's. Let's check it out. Here's Pee Wee Morris. He's measuring his penis on a daily basis.
It is. It's getting shorter. Shit.
Pee Wee had a date with Wendy recently.
You know they're making out. You know Wendy. She reaches down, she unzips his fly, and she grabs his cock. And guess what?
What?
Little bastard already had a rubber on.
Oh, bullshit. Good morning, Miss Balbreaker. My, you look nice this morning. Are you losing weight?
Miss Balbreaker and, of course, Kim Cattrall as Honeywell. The boys of Angel Beach have a pretty good setup here. They peep on the girls' locker room as they're showering.
Damn, we missed them.
The boys have set up a woman to come lay them all.
Yeah. Listen, you guys want to get laid? You want to have a debate? Okay, I'm ready.
And here she is, Miss Cherry Forever.
Hi, Steve. Paul.
And, Cherry, this is Pee Wee.
I'll see. What do you use for a jock strap, kid? A peanut shell and a rubber band?
What they don't know is that it's a practical joke set up by two of them.
Oh man, this probably be from Brooklyn.
Oh, come on, don't stop. Oh.
The jealous boyfriend prank.
Let him go, man. Just got out of prison.
Get your ass on home board now!
That's Tim, his dad's an asshole. Anyway, the boys go to a strip house. Whorehouse. Both. Porky's.
All right, studs. Everyone got their ID? Yeah, right. Mountain. That has to go. Oh, look at this.
It means it'll cost you $2 to see him, stupid.
Oh, shit, I knew that. I'm just gonna have some fun with the broad.
And here's Porky himself.
Porky, I am.
What do you want?
Well, Mr. Porky, my friends and I here would like to party with 5 of your girls upstairs in Porky's pen.
You want 5 of my favorites up in the pen?
But he's actually just setting them up.
Hey, here comes your nice to remember!
He takes their money and dumps them in the swamp. No pussy for them. Alex Karras is the sheriff who comes to break up whatever's going on.
Come here, bust his headline.
Turns out he's Porky's brother.
That's $35 fine, 35.
Tim and Brian.
It's kike. K-I-K-E. Kike. You know, you're too stupid to even be a good band. Yeah, I'm shooting you boys!
Brian and Tim take it outside.
Shake hands.
Brian wins.
Go on.
Tim's dad is going to be happy that his son got beat up by a Jew. The Mike Hunt prank.
Mike Hunt here. Has anybody seen Mike Hunt?
Mickey wasn't happy with Porky beating up his car. He went back for revenge.
You with him? Hell yes. I used my face to break the son of a bitch's hand.
He failed.
Who do you think you're talking to? Well, if I heard a hurdy-gurdy plane, I think I was talking to the fat lady in the circus. But as it is, I guess I'm talking to a ton of bad news named Beulah.
The coach takes Kim Cattrall, the other coach, to the boys' locker room, and that turns her on. When she makes love, she's a screamer. Peeping again.
Never seen so much wool. You can knit a sweater. God damn it, will you move it, you lard ass?
The chubby girl was blocking Pee-wee's view.
I'm like a dog. Who is it? Who's staff here? When you bastards get out of here.
Don't be alarmed, girls. This is just your health department. We're here to check out all them licensed pussies.
He put his tongue in and the girl put soap on it. Now he's going to put his wiener in there. And when Bellbreaker comes in, they don't tell him.
Hi, I'm Polly the penis, and I just love to have fun.
Completely unorthodox.
Principal's office.
But I think this is the only way to find that boy. Now that penis had a mole on it. I'd recognize that penis anywhere.
Call the police, and we have them send over one of their sketch artists. And this ball breaker can give a description.
Tim finally tells off his dad.
You know, I really wish you wouldn't have said that. Because you don't know how humiliating it is to have anybody know you're my pa.
Stay out of this!
Mickey got beat up at Porky's again.
Nick,
So the boys are going to
I
plan
didn't see him.
revenge.
I messed him up good.
So the boys are setting up something at Porky's.
What the hell is that?
I want to see Porky.
Who wants to see Porky?
Tell him the boys from Angel Beach are here.
So once Porky and his boys are outside, our boys use some power boats to try to take down his place and him. They end up collapsing the entire bar. And they're going to blow the bridges so they can't be chased. One more bridge. Uh-oh. I smell a car chase. The chase does ensue, but the boys make it to the county line, where a party's waiting for them, including one of the brothers of one of our guys who's the sheriff of this county. And turnabout's fair play. And Wendy loses the bet, so she has to lay Pee-wee and take his virginity.
Yeah, you said if we pulled it off, you'd break Pee-wee's cherry. Well, the bet's a bet. Now you gotta pay off.
And that's how our film ends. Alright, let's talk about the movie Porky's. 1981 film. It came out. It was very popular. We got here, it's a movie that takes place probably in the late 50s. Angel Beach High School, somewhere down in Florida. That's where it's fake high school, not real. Anyway, we have a bunch of, it's basically a teen sex comedy. In fact, it was like the first teen sex comedy that sparked a whole bunch of other ones that went out through the 80s, which made the 80s great, right? So we have a bunch of horny guys from Angel Beach High School. All they basically want to do is get laid and have fun. They play pranks on each other. And at one point, they go out to this bar called Porky's, which is in the neighboring county, and they go there. It's a strip club, and they use fake IDs to get in, and they watch the strippers. At one point, though, they want to go upstairs and pay for some whores, basically. And Porky sets them up, but he's actually just setting them up. He takes their money and he puts them in this room, and they think they're about to get laid. Next thing you know, he like makes the floor fall out, and they fall into the water in the swamp below the building. So obviously the boys are really mad, but then Porky's got a bunch of guys there, including the the local sheriff, who's Porky's brother. The sheriff breaks their car and everything, and it's not a nice situation. So the boys go back. They decide at one point they're going to get revenge on Porky, though, which is kind of the climax of the film. They go there and they tie some ropes to his place. He's kind of like got this bar that's kind of like on the water, and they hook up these power boats to them, and then they kind of basically pull the place apart and make it collapse. And they have to hightail it back to their own county, cross the county line. And once they're back there, the local sheriff in their own county, who's on their side, busts up the car of Porky's car and sends them back. And at the very end of the movie, Pee-wee gets laid. That's the movie, Pee-wee Morris. So anyway, I enjoyed this movie. It spawned 2 sequels, Porky's 2 The Next Day, which literally takes place the next day, and Porky's Revenge. Again, this was the one that started it all. Right after this, like Spring Break came out, and then of course there was movies like Joysticks and My Tutor, and just there's just countless numbers of sex comedies from the 80s all centered around high school. But this is the one that kind of started it all. Now, is it a good movie? I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know if it was overly funny or anything. Most of the actors and actresses didn't do a whole heck of a lot. I mean, it does have Alex Karras in it, Kim Cattrall, who had the famous nude scene in there. And of course, we also have a very famous shower scene where the boys are peeping on the shower, and then the guy puts his dick in the hole, and then Beulah Ballbreaker comes in and grabs it. It's a classic scene. It is what it is. So anyway, it's called Porky's. It's one fun place, one hit movie. Get it at Porky's. You can get this DVD. I'll leave a link down below. Actually, there's a Blu-ray. I'll leave a link to the Blu-ray down below. It's still pretty cheap, so you can get it there. I have all 3 of these, and I'll be reviewing the next couple real soon. So anyway, check it out. It's called Porky's. Let me know what you think about it. I'm sure everybody's seen this movie, and leave some comments down below. We'll talk about it. Porky's, watch it. Bye.